How's it hanging, dudes? My name is Sean, and welcome back to Humanity First. Alright, so, Andrew Yang went on MSNBC, and, kind of just went toe-to-toe with Chuck Todd, and it started out, like, kind of sort of friendly, a little bit, and then Chuck Todd just tries to roll out a few little weird stuff, like, of course, they're still so pro-Obama, so why not allow Obamacare, little things like that, like, kind of like this clip here.
And what I'm saying to the American people is that technology is the oil of the 21st century.
Let's talk a little bit about the current debate happening inside the Democratic primary, and I think in some ways you have tried to have a little piece of every bit of every lane that there is that we in the media try to create. But let's talk about the specifics of Medicare for all. You're essentially for it, but you haven't talked about how you would pay for it. We know we're having a big debate about how Elizabeth Warren plans to pay for it. But let me ask this basic question. I had a congresswoman, Democratic congresswoman on. If we haven't fully implemented Obamacare, why should we rip it up and start over?
Certainly, I was a fan of the themes of Obamacare, but many Americans agree that it didn't go quite far enough in terms of coverage and allowing Americans to have access to high-quality, affordable care.
How do you know? It hasn't been fully implemented. That's always been my question. I've heard this critique before. We don't know. Medicaid has not been expanded in 50 states.
And there's a reason for that. So we need to create a path forward for Americans to have access to care. I would not get rid of private insurance. And to me, the pay for it argument is misplaced because we're already spending 18% of GDP, almost $4 trillion, in large part because the system is not designed to keep us strong and healthy. It's designed to make money for the private insurance companies and the device manufacturers and the drug companies.
And there's a couple more spots where we're going to break things down. But I also want to say thank you for the feedback and the love on our guest we had on our channel who did the Elon Musk video. It was very much appreciated. And as long as you guys like it, he's welcome back anytime. But back to MSNBC. Chuck Todd, he kind of made a laughing stock of himself. Like Yang destroyed him. So he tries to I guess smear him a little bit, saying, "Oh, some Asian columnists who are all establishment people, and don't like Yang, say, well, we don't like they don't like that he makes Asian jokes and he's an Asian." So what? And of course, it's just a joke. So watch this.
Let me ask you one question that has to do with your own identity in this country. And this was a criticism written about you having to do with something you said during the last debate. Frank Xiang writes the following in the LA Times. Seeing Yang up on the Democratic primary debate stage should have been a thrilling milestone for me as a fellow Taiwanese American. But when I heard him use model minority stereotypes to describe himself, it was hard to feel proud. He still felt that the most practical use of his identity on a national stage was as a joke. You've had quite a few Asian American columnists write critiques of this, bothered by this a bit. What do you say to that criticism?
I am very proud of my heritage, and I'm very proud of being the first Asian American man to run for president as a Democrat. And I think Americans are smart enough and savvy enough to know a joke when they hear it. I think that dragging some of these myths into the light actually makes them less powerful and helps dispel them.
Corrected with Andrew Yang. Ooh, that's rough, man. It's rough. That's rough. But then, of course, they always want to try to throw in some white supremacist stuff, too. And even though he's denounced it many times and moved away from it, it just shows that he's pulling Trump's voters away, some of the most extreme ones, and de-radicalizing them. So wouldn't that be a good thing anyways? But even though he's disavowed that, Chuck Todd still feels the need to bring it up.
Has it bothered you that it is a track that I noticed earlier this week you've had to push back on this idea? I guess some white supremacists started saying nice things about your candidacy due to the political incorrectness, I guess you want to call it that. You push back hard on that. Does it bother you that that group of voters seems attracted to your candidacy?
Well, I've completely disavowed any sort of support from anyone who has those kinds of ideas. I mean, I'm the son of immigrants myself. But to me, we have to solve the real problems of this time, and attacking each other for poor word choice or things that are of marginal importance to the American people unfortunately takes our focus away from the real problems on the ground that got Donald Trump elected.
Andrew Yang, entrepreneur. Again, you have.
So hopefully this just goes to show everybody really just how much the establishment doesn't want Yang. I mean, they're willing to still smear him because he is rising in the polls. We just showed a few days ago that New York Times is trying to still show him at 2% on a national average when he's about 7% on all real good polls that I've seen, 7 to 8%, which is a lot for somebody who wasn't nobody 7 months ago. And yeah, so we guys just speak truth to power, and watch out for this kind of stuff. That's really all I got for you guys. So make sure you smash the like. I hope you subscribe if you're new. And Yang all day, baby, Yang gang. We're gonna do some more. And I don't really know, man. Just keep your eyes out. If you guys have any videos for me, just post them. You know what I'm saying? Just post them. I'll look at them. All right. Anyways, have a good day.
What?